checks coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, now they play my line. Lost my...
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. This one. I got it. Hey, got tight left, tight end left. You got three.
On first down, King is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting into the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
You ain't going nowhere.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hey, let's go. Get set.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. He will protect you.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Going for Metcalf. And this is caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 19th touchdown now on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now King, off play action, under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to to throw. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. It's complete to Diggs. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. King.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Back to throw.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and 5. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. King throwing to start the drive. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is King. A final shot before break. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. King now off the play fake. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, King. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Here's King to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. King under pressure again, and down he goes again. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. But relentless, that's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying it. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw. King. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's what I'm talking about. Sex all day.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 22 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Crunch time, defense.
Now King. Throwing on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Back to throw. King.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be stuffed on Diggs. The 40. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Good job.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now. And that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep... And the pressure gets to him again. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave it a great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. King from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw over the middle taken in. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Back to throw. King. Now defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. To throw is King. Throwing on 4th down. They complete it to Hill. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. King. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw
blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So the final seconds tick away